it's an interesting story about me because I just moved to LA summer of 2016. And the first movie that I booked when I got here was back in my old hometown of Louisville, Kentucky. It was
Wow.
LA writer, LA producer, LA director. And when I got booked and I said, all right, so when do we start and where are we going? I said, you're going back to Louisville.
Wow.
And so it was interesting to go back home and then, been busy ever since.
What attracted you to the role?
Well, you know, like most actors, I really like my health insurance.
Okay.
That's always my joke. But no, it was an opportunity, you know, as a larger man, it was an opportunity to play a role that wasn't just like all brute force.
Right.
You know, Micah Hoffman, who plays my brother Hollister in the film, he's the driving force.
Okay.
He's the rah-rah hothead.
Okay.
And Buck actually has a moral compass, but this is the only life he knows.
Okay.
He follows and listens to Bigger Brother.
Right.
And he just happens to be the muscle.
Okay.
But it's usually the one that says, shouldn't we think about something for a second? And then it's shut down and does what Big Brother says.
So when you Russ Creek, is this more part deliverance, or how would you describe the film?
Just how would I describe the film as a whole?
Oh, yeah.
I would call it a survivalist thriller.
Okay.
That has touching moments that actually allows the audience to breathe from time to time.
It looks pretty intense.
It is intense, you know. One thing I think that our director Jim McGowan did really good with the film was the action really gets going early on.
Okay.
You know, there's not too much stasis. We don't have a lot of lag time. You kind of figure out who the character is in the beginning. The thing that sets things in motion happens, and then we're off.
Okay. And when you compare, well, I know you hate comparing films, but when you look at this type of film, what should the audience expect?
Well, you know, a lot of the critics are comparing it to Winter's Bone as far as like tone and feel, and with Hermione's performance, and I think that's absolutely valid. One thing that I think is unique about our film, unlike a lot of thrillers, is that we do have a female writer, a female director, a female cinematographer, and a female lead. And so
it's pretty awesome.
It is, and I would say Hermione Corfield, our lead and our star, she does a really great job of not just being completely vulnerable. She's pretty badass and strong and smart, and she has to use all of these things in the backwoods of Appalachia to survive, and not just survive, but to outsmart and sometimes outmuscle, you know, people like me.